Welcome to your Sunday edition of Wasatch Weekends. I'm your host, Maddie Evans. I love getting to be here every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday starting at 7 a.m. to give you so much great information about what's taking place in and around our community for you to get out there and enjoy. Now, we've got a great show in store for you for the next little bit because we're going to be talking to a local author for what you can expect when you're expecting and how you can really work with your body through the art of yoga to be in tune with yourself and your growing little one. So if you have not yet picked up Mindful Motherhood, well, then we're going to introduce you to the great author here and give you some more information. And then, of course, we're going to do a small town story introducing you to Rebecca's Kitchen, a great place for you to enjoy as well. So let's take a look at that local weather forecast. I hope that you get out there and you enjoy the mountains, especially because now we're going to have an extended season up on Park City Mountain, but we've seen a lot of snow and it's been incredible. So let's take a look at that weather.
This resort report is brought to you by Sun and Ski Sports, your new mountain sports headquarters.
Welcome to Small Town Stories, sponsored by the Park City Chamber. Today we are at Rebecca's Kitchen with Rebecca Abrams. She's the executive chef owner here. Thanks so much for letting us come to your kitchen.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's a great space, and I'm looking forward to hearing your small town story. Tell me about Rebecca's Kitchen.
So Rebecca's Kitchen started in about 2012. And we were just doing strictly on-site personal chef services. We'd go into your home, we'd prepare a meal, you'd be seated and plated, and it would be very luxurious. And I had somebody come to me and ask me if they could have me come in on a weekly basis and create meals for them to heat up later in the week so that they didn't have to cook. So I started doing that in somebody's house, and then I went to Goldman Sachs and did their 10,000 Small Businesses program. And from there, I created this idea of this kitchen. This was my growth opportunity, which is the foundation of that program, is to create your next move. And my next move was this, and it took a little while. That was 2017. And I slowly was developing what I was gonna do. And I was kind of trying out different things and working on different techniques. And then the pandemic hit, and I was just about to start building a kitchen before the pandemic hit, and then the pandemic hit, and everybody wanted prepared meals. And so I created this kitchen so that we could have a sustainable prepared meal delivery service where we deliver fully cooked, ready to heat and serve meals to your house in glass containers that are reusable. They're microwave safe, oven safe, dishwasher safe, and freezer safe. So all you do is eat your meals each week, and you can heat them up or not. No judgment. Cold food is great. And then you wash the containers and leave them out for the next week. We deliver you new meals, and we pick up your containers from the week before.
Before we talk about this beautiful food and this wonderful space, I want to travel back in time a little bit. What brought you to Park City initially?
Skiing. That's it. Skiing.
Where did you grow up?
So I'm from New England. I grew up skiing racing competitively in New England all my life. I went to college in the race Division I. And when I graduated, I wanted to take a year off. And I landed in Steamboat first because I got a job there and I thought, okay, this is cool. But then I had dreams of bigger mountains. which we have here. So I also have a brother who had spent a lot of time in Utah and was supposed to spend a lot of time in Utah going forward. And he said, go to Alta and I'll see you all the time. So I moved to Alta and then he moved to LA.
And you're here. Here
And
you
now
are.
I'm here. You know, after a couple of years in Alta, I went to work for a family privately as their private chef full time, lived with them. And it was supposed to be temporary. And when the year was up and I was ready to move back here, I wanted a community and a town. I wanted to go to the post office and see people I knew. And Alta doesn't have that as much as I love it there. And Salt Lake's too big. I'm not a city girl. So I ended up in Park City. I had been up here, you know, back and forth when I lived in Alta and knew what Park City had to offer. And so I said, this is it. I'm going there. And here I am.
And here you are. So cooking and skiing, becoming a chef, that was all the long-term plan from when you were small?
No.
No.
It wasn't the long-term plan at all. I started working in restaurants just to, you know, make my way. It was a high school job. I liked cooking, but my true passion was arts. And I had a jewelry business here in town for almost 10 years. But when the recession hit in 2008 and the metal market went through the roof, it really changed the way I was doing business. And fast fashion, I couldn't keep up. So I said, okay, well, we're gonna quietly shut this down. I still make jewelry and it's still my passion and it's still a hobby, but now I do it because I love it, not because I have to make money at it. This kind of grew out of that, knowing I had to go back to cooking in some manner because I knew that it was something that was sustainable for me and my family.
And something you enjoy?
Exactly. I'm so lucky to enjoy my job.
So I've heard about the Goldman Sachs program, but I've never met anyone that has benefited from it. Tell me a little more about it.
Well, Park City is a huge part of the Goldman Sachs program in Salt Lake. They really love the businesses up here because there are so many small businesses. You have to be a small business. I think it's less than 50 employees, but they really like that, 5 to 15 employees. That's where they want you to come from. And it's a free program. It's completely paid for by Goldman Sachs. It's a 4-month intensive study on your business. So they open up your books, they open up all of your business and look at it and then help you learn how to look at it, understand it, analyze it, see what your next move is, and create this growth opportunity, which for me was this prepared meal delivery service.
So tell me about your business model now and how you're serving all of these great meals, delivering them to individuals and families here in Park City.
Sure. So we have 2 types of services. We have our personal chef services still, where we come into your home and we create a very hands-on meal where we're prepping everything here, but we're cooking everything on site. It's a little more formal. We come in and serve and clear and clean up, and your kitchen is spotless when we leave. And that's the original part of this business. And then the kitchen, the reason I built the kitchen was so that I could do the sustainable prepared meal delivery service, where we come in, we cook everything here. Everything is created from start to finish, all the way down into your glass container that you receive your meal in, which are, these meals were what we sent out this past Monday. And then we deliver them in reusable cooler bags and deliver them to your door. It was contactless when we started because it was still heavy COVID. And we opened November 15th of 2020. So we were very much contactless then. And then as we've kind of, dialed it back a little bit, people seem to like the contactless. So we put the cooler bag on your doorstep. In the winter, it doesn't need an ice pack. In the summer, it needs ice packs, even right now. And then people just pick up their meals when they get home. The delivery is between 4:30 and 6:30, so it's right before dinner time. So you can come home on Monday afternoon and have dinner ready to go. All you have to do is heat it up.
And having healthy, chef-prepared gourmet food at home, it's such a great thing to have.
That's really important to us, that it's healthy. It's meant for weeknight eating. So we try and go low carb, high protein, high veggie, lots of vegetables, lots and lots of vegetables. I have a walk-in full of vegetables every Friday to get ready for prepared meal delivery. And then we do a lot of gluten-free, dairy-free. We have a lot of flexibility in the ordering. So you go on the website, you sign up, we set you up on the website with a username and password, and then you go in and order your meals, and you get the option to have dairy-free or gluten-free. So the pasta salad comes gluten-free as well. The stuffed peppers come dairy-free as well. Everything is organic whenever possible and locally sourced. So like we have local sprouts here. We use local squash here. We use a lot of local zucchini in the summer. All of our beef is Canyon Meadows Ranch, which is grass finished, grass fed, free ranging, never left the state of Utah. We do organic turkey, organic chicken. So our goal is to make it healthy, but also environmentally sustainable. So the closer the better. You know, the summer's great for this. I mean, we're so lucky to have all the farmers that we have here that we can gather from. So we get a lot of local lettuces. And then in the winter, we try and dial back, but we get a lot of stuff from LA, from California. We're lucky that that's not that far here in Utah, as opposed to, you know, if we were in the middle of the country, it would be a lot further to go. So we're lucky for that. So, you know, everything is with sustainability in mind. We try and use as little plastic as possible. We try and reduce, reuse, recycle. And it's important to us that we don't create a bigger footprint than we need to while still being able to provide the service to locals.
And tell me about your menu inspiration and development.
A lot of testing. I read a lot. I eat out a lot. I go as many places as I can to try and widen my palette and see what else is out there, because it's easy to get stuck in a rut.
It is, and this will get you out of a food rut fast.
I hope so.
Tell me about what you have here, which is what you prepared this week.
So this week we're going into fall, so we've got a little more fall flavor going on. So we did a roasted squash soup. So this one's vegan. So it's vegetarian, it's dairy free, which makes it vegan. We sometimes use honey, so that would be why we would call it vegetarian instead of vegan if you're a strict vegan and you follow that. This one is a Southwest stuffed pepper, so it's got organic turkey and organic sweet potatoes, organic black beans, and then a little bit of Monterey Jack cheese, because cheese is still good, just a little bit on a Monday. And then we usually serve it with rice or quinoa. And then this is a veggie pasta salad. It has a nice light lemon vinaigrette so that it's light and easy. You can eat it cold or warm. And then this is kind of our staple breakfast food, which is a breakfast cookie. And this one's pumpkin chocolate chip because it's September. And this one is a great all day snack. We kind of pitch it as a breakfast cookie because it's quick and you can grab it and on the go, and has tons of fiber in it. It's got no refined sugar. It's gluten-free. It's vegan it's vegetarian. We do sweeten with honey and maple syrup in this one, but no eggs. And it's good, sustainable energy for the day.
You've thought of everything. All right, I'm gonna dig in. Where should I start though?
I always start with the cookie.
Okay, I'm gonna start with the cookie. And while I try this beautiful cookie, where can we get more information about the meal delivery and all
So you go to my website, which is rebeccaskitchen.com. And you can, what you'll do is you'll send an inquiry saying, I'm interested. There's a form on there that you fill out. It says, I'm interested in signing up for prepared meal delivery services. You send me that form. Then we set you up on the website to get you ready to go to order. It is password protected for a couple of reasons. A lot of it, we only deliver to Deer Valley, Park City area right now. We go out to like Black Rock, and we go out to Jeremy Ranch and Summit Park. We'll go into Promontory and Silver Creek. But we have to keep it within our radius right now because we don't have enough delivery drivers. So it is a local service right now. We're trying to expand to Salt Lake, hopefully soon. And you go in and you order your meals between Wednesday at noon and Friday at 4 p.m. And then we start working on them on Saturday. We start prepping on Saturday, and we deliver on Monday between 4:30 and 6:30.
It's delicious. I say you try it too.
This is one that, sometimes as a chef, you kind of get fatigued from your food. And this is the one I still eat all the time.
Really? Oh, it's so good. I love the cinnamon in there.
And there's ginger. There's pumpkin seeds in this one. We're nut free on Mondays. We're peanut free. So we use a lot of seeds, a lot of sunflower seeds, a lot of pumpkin seeds, a lot of sesame. And occasionally we will put nuts, but there's always an option to exclude.
Oh, it's so good.
Thank
I
you.
want to dig into this.
Yes,
too.
so that's
This
the
looks
Southwest
delicious.
stuffed pepper. And that one has organic sweet potatoes. We do a lot of sweet potatoes. We don't do a ton of white potatoes, but we have a list of things that we find. It's called the Clean 15 and the Dirty Dozen, and for organics. And so we try and follow that list and only use organic from the Dirty Dozen, and then the Clean 15 we'll use conventional sometimes, depending. We'll kind of weigh whether or not it was from Mexico, so that's a really long journey for it to make, versus if it was grown in LA and it's conventional, we might choose that over the organic from a long distance.
Now, so much research goes into everything you do. You really are conscientious about all the different pieces of this, but what an incredible amount of work.
Thank you. Well, years of experience, years of studying. And it's important to me as a person, so I bring it into my business because it's important to me. And that's just kind of natural, and I've been studying it for so long because it's always been important to me. So I did start out as an environmental studies major.
Wow, you can see that coming into play here. And that's
A little
delicious.
bit. Thank
all
you.
Of this is so good. I'm
Thank
excited to eat, to dig in even more.
Yeah, we'll have to sit down and have a meal now.
But I always like to end these knowing, what is your favorite thing about Park City, living here, having a business here?
I like the community. I like that I can go to the post office and I always see somebody I know. That's community to me. I like, when I'm in Whole Foods, where I'm a lot, I run into people all the time. Oh my gosh, I only see you here, Rebecca. You're always at Whole Foods. It's so funny because that's like my second home now. But in a big town, I wouldn't be able to run into everybody I know at Whole Foods.
Well, we love having you a part of Park City and
Thank
Rebecca's
you.
Kitchen.
I love being here.
Thank you so much for joining us. This is another small town story at Rebecca's Kitchen, sponsored by the Park City Chamber. We'll be back right after this.
Are you or someone you know expecting? Well, there's a great way to go through your pregnancy journey, and that's with Mindful Motherhood. And we're here with the author of the great book, Coley Ballou. Thank you so much for meeting us this morning.
Thank you, Maddie.
I'm really excited to have you here, only because Coley and I have been friends for a very long time. And so anytime I get to reconnect with people from the past of my life, it's always very exciting. And to watch the journey that you've been on has been absolutely incredible in recent days.
Awesome. Thank you. Yes.
So what is the book Mindful Motherhood about?
I wrote the book Mindful Motherhood as a guide for women on their journey into becoming new mothers. So it includes mindful movement, meditation techniques, breathing techniques, and then as well as my own personal journey going through fertility preparation into pregnancy and preparation for birth. So yeah, it has journal prompts in it for any mothers who want to dive deeper. It has partner activities, kind of really all encompassing both physically and mentally on the journey to becoming a new mother.
And what inspired you to write this book?
So I've been a pre and postnatal yoga instructor for the last 8 years, and I took some of the most prevalent themes that I found in working in the perinatal community in preparation for pregnancy and birth, as well as the postpartum recovery. So each chapter in the book encompasses a theme surrounding this experience. For example, embracing change, celebrating motherhood, facing your fears, the importance of rest and relaxation, all of these things that can really help to support a woman and a new mother on her journey to becoming a mother. Really helps her to find support and rebalance, rejuvenate, so that she can be the best mother she can be the best woman she can be, and she always has tools to lean on throughout the journey.
Now, it's kind of interesting to think about doing yoga while you're pregnant, and so why is it so beneficial to do the yoga throughout your whole pregnancy?
Right. So yoga offers mothers an opportunity to find that rest and relaxation, to promote flexibility and create strength in herself. Gives her time to reflect inwards on the type of woman and mother she wants to be. It also cultivates a really beautiful space and time to bond with the baby, with the growing little one. So that's a really special time. There's unique poses that really help support pregnancy specifically, as well as preparing for an easier birth experience. So all of those things can really help with the experience of pregnancy and in preparation for birth and postpartum recovery.
Now, if people are interested in buying the book, that way they can go on this journey with you just through reading the book, where can they find it?
So actually, locally, I have a few retailers, Fulfilled, which is out in the Kimball Junction area, a good friend of mine's zero waste shop, Enlighten Wellness, which is a local yoga studio in Prospector area. And then Amazon holds Mindful Motherhood, as well as my own website, yogaearthdesign.com.
And is there going to be a sequel to Mindful Motherhood?
Yes, so I'm in the midst of writing it now. I have a 22-month-old toddler and am expecting our second baby in April. So my head is all, wrapped in firsthand experience in this postpartum. So yes, Mindful Motherhood, the journey continues into postpartum and early motherhood. So it will have poses specific to yoga poses specific to postpartum recovery and kind of rebuilding your strength, reconnecting with your body. It will also have, again, mindful meditation techniques and breathing exercises to help a mama feel rebalanced. It can get a little crazy in that early motherhood. So some really great supportive techniques, exercises, and practices for a new mama.
Now, if people are interested in following along with your personal journey, is there any social media channels that you continue to update so people can know?
Absolutely, yes. I am most active on Instagram, Yoga Earth Design. I'm also active on Facebook, same Yoga Earth Design, and that's where I'll have updates regarding the book, the sequel that will be coming out, any upcoming classes locally or online, and then any other events that will be coming up. Happy to share them on social media.
Which is incredible, and especially those online classes for those soon-to-be moms, those expecting moms, just because it makes it convenient to do it from the comfort of their own home, and especially if they're like you and they have a toddler running around at home as well.
Exactly. And so I actually do offer on Teachable. I have a whole course that kind of parallels the book. So if mamas want to even go deeper with online classes that they can follow, I'm found on Teachable, and the link is in the book. So.
Which makes it so amazing, especially because I know a lot of friends that are having babies right now, and I think that this would be so beneficial. So I'm gonna have to swing by, get the book, and give it as my hi, here's your baby book that I got you.
Great gift.
A great gift. Well, Coley, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us, giving us all this great information, and thank you for the hard work that you're doing for all those soon-to-be moms out there.
Thank you, Maddie.
Make sure that you go online or you go to the local retailers. That way you can get your hands on this incredible book, and that way you can have the mindful motherhood that you would like through your pregnancy. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back from the break, we've got more of the show, so stay tuned.
This resort report is brought to you by Sun and Ski Sports, your new mountain sports headquarters.
so much for tuning into your Sunday edition of Wasatch Weekends. I cannot believe we are already 11 days into March. It seems like time is just flying by, and we're so close to those beautiful spring conditions that we all know and love here. I've been your host, Maddie Evans, and I love getting to be here every Friday and Saturday and Sunday starting at 7 a.m. So make sure that you continue to tune in. I'll see you next time right here on Wasatch Weekends.